Right now.
New on the Nightbeat, for the first time, the family of Raymond Najera is speaking out about him. The 81-year-old was killed in February by a pack of dangerous dogs.
As the night team's Lee Waldman reports tonight, they are now fighting for legislative changes to dangerous dog laws. It is a story you'll only see on KSAT.
Dad, he was a military man. He started out, in the military. He got out of high school and joined the military.
You can see a lot of Ramon Najera and his son Raymond between their green thumbs and frugality.
Coupon king, so he always carried those coupon books wherever he went.
Raymond's father is still with him, even though he was taken February 24th after several pit bulls attacked Ramon and his wife. Raymond's stepmom is still recovering.
She has that fear something's going to come up on her, and just the way that she was attacked.
Their family is turning that pain to action, traveling to Austin to speak on behalf of Texas House Bill 4759, authored by Liz Campos at a public hearing. HB 4759 allows for witnesses to remain anonymous when Animal Care Services investigates incidents. And once a dog is deemed dangerous, the report is turned over to local courts to prosecute as a Class C misdemeanor, as a first offense, and third-degree felony for repeated offenses.
There may be small changes, but there's significant changes.
He'll be sharing his father's story, hoping it'll appeal to lawmakers so they back this bill and hopefully keep this tragedy from happening to another family. If it does become law, it'll bear his dad's name.
It's bittersweet. He's gone. But his name will still be, archived in Texas State.
The public hearing for HB 4759 is happening tomorrow. Raymond is asking people to stand with him and call on the representatives to back this bill. Two other pieces of legislation have been filed by San Antonio area lawmakers relating to dangerous dogs, not only in our city, but across the state. They are HB 4909 and HB 2226. We have information on those bills on our website, ksat.com. Back to you.
Right now to an update on that deadly construction accident yesterday that happened in a West Bexar County neighborhood. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office has identified the worker killed as Carlos Hernandez Alvarez. The 52-year-old died yesterday from blunt force and crush injuries after he was hit by a large steel pipe that reportedly fell off an 18-wheeler. The pipes landed on him and another man. Hernandez died at the scene. The other worker was taken to the hospital. The men were contracted by CPS Energy to install gas lines alongside the road.
An employee at a local bar tried to break up a fight between two men, and he ended up getting shot. San Antonio police say that incident happened at a bar in the 8900 block of South Presa around 2 o'clock this morning. Officers at the scene say the bar employee tried to intervene on one of the men involved in the fight, pulled out a gun and started shooting. And that is when the employee was taken to the hospital. We're told the other man involved in that fight was grazed in the leg by a bullet. He was treated and released at the scene. Police say they do have a shooter in custody. The 1-2 punch of COVID and now construction has many businesses on the St. Mary's Strip on the verge of going under. The COVID Construction Recovery Grant Program is designed to help those most impacted.
Yeah, but one applicant on the Strip is being rejected. As the night team's John Paul Barajas reports, the business owner doesn't understand how and hasn't been given clarification as to why.
It's 3 o'clock on a Sunday and Candlelight Poorhouse is closing for the day. The St. Mary's Strip restaurant is only open 3 days a week and has limited hours. It's part of the reason they've been able to keep from going under after COVID and now construction.
I've lost so much. I've tapped into retirement. I've tapped into my own personal funds to keep it open. So no, I haven't profited at all.
Tammy Russell, the owner of the restaurant, explains she was counting on the COVID Construction Grant Program to provide some much-needed financial assistance. But last week she got this email stating she didn't meet the requirements.
Disappointed. I felt like there was a hole in my stomach. What else could have kept me from getting qualified? I lost money. I have my business that was affected by it, my staffing, the roads to get access. So what else am I missing here?
Russell tells us Lift Fund didn't provide specifics as to why she didn't qualify. So she reached out to her councilman, Mario Bravo, and adds even Bravo was surprised and said he would look into it. Currently, she's bringing in $8,000 to $9,000 a week, but realistically, she says she needs to be getting around 12 to 15 to be profitable.
I'm a fighter, John Paul. I'm a fighter, and I'm not going to go down without a fight. And if I have to scrape, and that's what we've been doing. We've been scraping. I'm going to make it happen.
Now, we reached out to Lift Fund to see if we could get some type of explanation as to how or why Candlelight Poorhouse didn't make the requirements or get the qualifications they needed. We've also reached out to Councilman Bravo to see what he's doing to look into the matter, but we have yet to hear back from either. On the North St. Mary Strip, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, John Paul. Well, next month will mark 1 year since the tragedy at Robb Elementary. 19 children and 2 teachers were killed there. Now the families of some of the survivors are raising some money to send their children to Disneyland for the week of May 24th. They're doing this to get the kids away from Uvalde that week so they can share in happy times rather than sit in heartbreaking memories of what they endured. We spoke with AJ Martinez and Jaden Canizales, survivors from Room 112, and their moms about what this trip means to them.
Who I want to meet.
Who do you want to meet?
The mouse.
Well, I wanted to really go because of Mickey Mouse.
It's just to get them out of here and be kids. And I mean, I really wish we didn't have to do all this to get away on May 24th. But, you know, I really wish this never happened.
The money raised would pay for 5 of the survivors from Room 112 and their families. The goal is to raise $50,000 to cover tickets, hotel, travel, and food expenses.
All right, switching gears to taking a look outside with live cam here tonight. Pretty quiet right now in San Antonio and surrounding areas. Hopefully you enjoyed the beautiful weather that we had out there today. Plenty of sunshine, low humidity filtered in, all behind that cold front that moved in yesterday evening. Temperatures also were a bit cooler than what we saw yesterday. We topped off in the upper 70s and low 80s across South Central Texas. Right now, temperatures are in the 60s. For most. They are starting to fall pretty efficiently tonight, and that is all thanks to the drier air that we still do have in place. Dew points in the 30s and 40s, so yes, very much in that dry category. We get one more day of those lower humidity values for our Monday before that moisture comes surging back into the area. Will be somewhat of a cooler start, low 50s here in town, but a seasonable afternoon topping off near 80. Now we will talk about the return of that humidity, plus what that means for maybe some morning drizzle and isolated storm chances coming up in just a few.
All right, thank you so much, Mia. 2 developing stories now across America. In Alabama, at least 4 people are dead following a Sweet 16 birthday party where at least 15 teens were treated for gunshot wounds.
Shelly Malachi reveals what police know about the suspect and where the investigation in Kentucky stands after at least 2 people are killed and multiple others injured in another shooting.
Please do not let this moment define what you think about the city of Dadeville and our fine people.
In Alabama, an emotional Sunday following a deadly mass shooting that was tied to a birthday celebration Saturday night, according to the Dadeville City Police Department.
What we've dealt with is something that no community should have to endure. I just ask for your patience. It's going to be a long process.
Due to the ongoing investigation, Alabama law enforcement officials have yet to release the ages of those killed.
From what I understand, you had somebody in there that had a gun. Somehow walked in with a gun and just opened up fire.
We're going to continue to work through in a very methodical way to go through this scene, to look at the facts, and ensure that justice is brought to bear for the families.
The Alabama shooting happened about an hour after shots were fired into a large crowd at a park in Louisville, Kentucky. At least 2 people were killed and several others are being treated for gunshot wounds, according to the Louisville Metro Police Department. Right now, Kentucky investigators are working to identify a suspect or suspects and determine a motive. I'm Shelly Malachi reporting.
Still to come on the Nightbeat, deployed across the world, U.S. troops are carrying out their missions while keeping thoughts of home close to their hearts. The local effort going on right here in Military City, USA, to encourage our servicemen and women and how you can help. Spring cleaning usually means clearing out your closet, garages, and gardens, but now it also applies to getting rid of old electronics. How you can tidy up your tech collection and cash in so you can upgrade.
Well, this was the last day of Fiesta Fit Fest at UTSA. That's a new celebration created by San Antonio Sports. It happens the weekend before Fiesta as a way for everyone to come together and enjoy some good old-fashioned exercise before the party starts and the fried food comes out. Tim, I know you're excited. LaTapp San Antonio headlined the event and had a crowd of cyclists travel up to 100 miles across the hill country. Divided into 3 groups, each team of cyclists traveled in and around San Antonio, seeing what the city and landscape have to offer.
San Antonio is such a beautiful city. The rolling hill country to the north of the UTSA really allows us to have an excellent cycling experience for all cyclists.
And while those bikers ventured through the region, visitors explored the Wellness Expo, where they learned how to keep themselves fit and healthy.
I did used to ride bikes like that, Courtney. And
okay.
Races just like that. Then I got old. Someday I'll get back into it. Tickets to Fiesta are going fast, so if you don't already have yours, to the Battle of Flowers parade, don't wait. Catch the parade while being a part of the parade party viewing. Besides having a great place to watch the parade, you get a light meal, 2 tacos, a drink, and a big plus, you get access to private restrooms. Just head over to KSAT.com for more information on how to get your hands on those tickets, and you can party with us. And for everything Fiesta, event schedules, news, and how you can watch all those parades, just scan that QR code on your screen with your phone. It'll take you directly to our Fiesta KSAT homepage. It's coming your way Thursday.
Yeah.
Seems like we've already had several events though this weekend.
I know. We like to get the party started before the party starts.
And it was great weather for all of those parties getting started.
Wasn't it so wonderful out there today? Oh my goodness. Yeah, yesterday it was a little humid to start off, and it was a summer-like start to the weekend. We had daytime highs in the low 90s here in San Antonio, but we had that cold front that moved in yesterday evening, and that was able to filter in cooler as well as drier air for today. Very seasonable, very pleasant, and we had plenty of sunshine. Also was a little breezy. We'll talk about those max wind gusts in the next half hour. But what we're going to monitor here as we head into this upcoming week, and yes, as we get ready to officially kick off Fiesta, tomorrow is going to be fantastic once again. A little bit of a cool start. We're actually going to start off in the low 50s here in San Antonio, but it will be a seasonable end as we see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies help temperatures climb to about 80, but comfortable because drier air is still with us for one more day. That is going to change though, especially overnight tomorrow night and into early Tuesday morning. We're really going to see those southeast winds start to pump in more of that Gulf moisture. So the humidity is taking over. That also could lead to some areas of patchy fog and morning drizzle for the Tuesday morning commute. And yes, maybe an isolated storm chance that we'll need to monitor there as well. That could be the theme yet again as we head into Wednesday. But really throughout the second half of the work week, just expect that muggy feel to stick with us, and also those temperatures are going to warm, so we are going to see that warming trend take back over the next several days. But first, a look at current conditions outside right now. Mostly clear to clear skies across south central Texas, a dew point of 40, very comfortable 62 degrees officially here in town. Again, nothing of note out there really when it comes to satellite and radar, because we do have those clear skies on hand tonight, and that will stick with us through the overnight as well. Combine that with the lower humidity values in place, and temperatures are going to drop. Once again, I do think thermometers will be able to bottom out in the upper 40s and low 50s by wake up time Monday morning. Around 52 here in San Antonio, 54 in Floresville, as well as over in Uvalde out west, 51 in Los Maples, and 51 in Bandera. So if you are stepping out the door for the morning drive, kids are headed off to school, likely will want the long sleeve in the any extra layer, but it's going to be a layering day because you're not going to need it as we head into the afternoon. Again, mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies expected, helping temperatures warm near about 70 by 11 a.m. And then as we head into the second half of the day, very seasonable. Our average high for this time of year is 80 degrees, and we'll be topping off just about there tomorrow afternoon, around 79 here in town, 77 in Bulverde, 78 in Kerrville, and 81 over in Devine. Now Tuesday, maybe a few degrees cooler because we are going to see some additional cloud cover move in as that moisture does as well. But into the middle to later portions of this week, you can see, yes, temperatures warming a few degrees each afternoon. Then we're eyeing our second front that's going to move in early Saturday morning. That's the current time frame that we're looking at right now. I also mentioned that those dew points are going to rise. Still comfortable out there for the start of the work week tomorrow, but especially by Tuesday morning and then throughout the rest of this week, that muggy and sticky feel is going to return. Because of those increasing humidity values, some additional areas of drizzle will be possible by Tuesday morning. Tomorrow we are mostly dry, maybe a 10% chance for a very stray shower across our far western counties. Here in San Antonio, though, no issues there. But you can see on your futurecast here by the Tuesday morning drive, yes, a few areas of patchy drizzle, some light rain possible. And then we'll also monitor for a couple of isolated storms, not completely out of the question by Tuesday afternoon and evening. Same into Wednesday, only a 20% chance for your Thursday for Fiesta. Yes, temperatures warming into the mid to upper 80s, and then that next front looks to move in early next weekend, guys.
Not bad, Mia, not bad.
I'm trying.
Sweatshirts for the first weekend of Fiesta.
We still don't have to put them away.
All right, Larry will be joining us for a preview of Instant Replay right after this. Back. The San Antonio Brahmas had high expectations entering the season, but they've suffered more losses than wins, and yet they still gave themselves a chance to make the XFL playoffs. With more on that and what's on Instant Replay tonight, the very handsome Larry Ramirez wearing his Pigskin Classic jacket.
Well, we're talking KSAT Pigskin Classic, so I figured why not wear the blazer and the patch.
Awesome.
It is a pretty
Can't
good
see it enough.
patch, right? So the Brahmas put up 25 points on the board yesterday. Their most since week 2 when they scored 30. You're making me run out of breath, Gerbs. The defense stepped up once again as well, coming up tonight on Instant Replay.
Plenty of time left. Picked off! Beasley! Doing it himself! Say hello to your new best friends!
The Alamo Dome leap. Brahmas defensive end Drew Beasley's pick 6 extended the Brahmas lead while keeping their slim playoff hopes alive. It's all going down to the final week for Horns forward.
Again, you never like to lose, of course. I think the message is very, very clear. You stick to the game plan, and we position ourselves to be successful.
San Antonio FC suffered its first loss of the season last night, 1-0 at Louisville City FC. And the common theme from Coach Marcina on down was the mentality monsters did not stick to the game plan in the first half.
What a great experience.
Well, I feel like it's going to be a playoff atmosphere.
So I think we're going to have to calm the kids' nerves. I think we're going to have to calm my nerves and our coaching staff nerves.
They are going to play with passion, they're going to play with intensity, and they're going to play with discipline. And that's what we expect to give our fans and everybody on TV.
I love it. The second annual KSAT Pigskin Classic presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers was announced Tuesday morning at the Alamo Dome. 2 days, 4 games, 8 teams, including a tripleheader on Saturday, August 26th to kick off the 2023 high school football season right here in the 210. And 210 Bam suffered a broken jaw while winning a world title. We'll let you know how he's doing. Plus, we've got the NBA playoffs, spring football, missions baseball, including our one-on-one with skipper Luke Montz and the Lone Star Series. All that and more on Instant Replay.
All coming your way. I'm going to get my knuckles smacked because I said it wrong. I left out the KSAT on the KSAT Pigskin Classic. I'm going to get in trouble, Larry.
You are.
We'll see you a little bit later. Coming up in the next half hour, now a new development in the defamation trial against Fox News. Attorneys are now having extra time to prepare their cases.
And the challenges keep on coming for those in Florida dealing with the devastating flooding there, the issue they're now facing as more storms move in.
In Florida, a 72-year-old man loses his leg after being attacked by an alligator. Fire officials say the victim was at a nature and golf resort in Titusville, which is about 35 miles west of Orlando. Now, details of exactly what happened here in this attack have not yet been released, but a gator expert says the animals are more active right now because it's close to breeding season. Fish and Wildlife Conservation removed the gators from the area, but say they aren't sure how many gators may have attacked that victim.
Also in Florida, people in Broward County are now facing gas shortages as they try to deal with the massive flooding there. That flooding has caused delays in fuel delivery. A lot of gas stations around that area are completely out, while others are only offering premium gas. On Wednesday, the area was inundated with water from historic rains that caused extreme flooding. Gas industry insiders say backup fuel deliveries should arrive in the next few days, but until then, folks living there are gearing up for yet another round of severe weather.
Tomorrow, the defamation trial against Fox News was expected to get underway, but it has now been delayed until Tuesday. The judge announced that delay earlier this evening, but he didn't give a reason why. Now, prior to that, CNN has been reporting that Fox News is trying to stay on the good side of the judge presiding over the case. CNN has obtained a letter sent to the judge on Friday. According to the news outlet, attorneys for Fox News formally apologized to the judge, saying it never intended to omit information or mislead the court about Rupert Murdoch's formal role at Fox News. In past court filings, Fox lawyers repeatedly said Murdoch didn't officially have a title at Fox News. But last week, Fox disclosed Murdoch is in fact an executive officer at the company. Dominion's lawyers argued not having that information potentially blocked the voting technology company from obtaining more Murdoch-related emails and text messages.
Well, they choose to defend our country here at home and abroad. And in the process, our servicemen and women are asked to leave their families for weeks and even years on end.
No matter how long they're gone, it's inevitable they'll soon be missing home. That's why a local nonprofit hopes to collect 20,000 pounds of items for care packages to send to U.S. service members that are currently deployed. Tiffany Huerta shows us how the simplest items can mean the most.
I think in care packages, what you get is a little piece of something to remind you of being at home. You get some of your favorite things.
Angela Johnson retired from the U.S. Army in 2015.
I was deployed in Iraq from 2004 to 2005.
Johnson remembers receiving care packages.
Cards, letters, even with my daughter, she was in her class and her teacher had everyone send like little letters and notes.
Today, she works for the nonprofit Soldiers Angels and helps put together care packages for deployed service members with some of their favorite things. The nonprofit recently kicked off its annual Go Camel Care Package collection drive.
The popular items, of course, are Slim Jims. They're always at the top of the list, and any type of beef jerky products. But trail mix is popular.
There are a lot of different items they will include in the care packages, but it's about the simple things that mean the most, including the downtime items, from puzzles to cards.
President and CEO of Soldiers Angels, Amy Palmer, says their goal this year is to collect 20,000 pounds of items in celebration of the nonprofit's 20th anniversary.
Our goal this year is to have a military vehicle come and fill the military vehicle at the end of the campaign with the 20,000 pounds of items.
You can ship the collected items to Soldiers Angels until June 30th. For Johnson, she is passionate about this campaign and hopes it brings many smiles.
Working here at Soldiers Angels, it was just a dream that I always wanted to do, is just to make someone's life a little happier.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
And if you would like to donate some items, just go to soldiersangels.org to learn more. We also have a link to the campaign on our website, ksat.com.
All right, let's go back outside with live cam here tonight. Temperature sitting in the comfortable low 60s here in town. Still have the clear skies on hand. And hopefully, if you were stepping out earlier today, you were able to enjoy some of those clearer skies. We saw plenty of sunshine. We've been talking about how tomorrow is going to be pretty seasonable in the afternoon. Today also was the definition of seasonable. Look at the almanac data for this Sunday. We had an official low of 58, which is the average for this time of of year, and a daytime high of 78, which is pretty close to the average of 80. 84 in Cotulla. Yesterday, they topped off in the triple digits. So much cooler out there for the back half of the weekend. It was 77 in Beeville, 76 in New Braunfels, and 77 over in Kerrville. Again, right now, we are in the low 60s here in San Antonio. Tomorrow morning, we start off in the low 50s, and then we'll start to see that temperature trend increase in warm throughout the upcoming week. So we'll get you another full look at that forecast and get you ready for the week ahead coming up in just a bit.
There's something to be said for being average when it comes to the temperatures. Coming up, the curtains were raised for the final time for a musical that has been on Broadway for close to 40 years, while the cast of the Phantom of the Opera took their final bow tonight.
And spring is the perfect time to get rid of your clutter, including all those electronic devices. But before you chuck them into the trash, find out how you can turn your tech clutter into cash. We'll tell you how next.